I'm like the present.
Ready for this one? Oh yeah. What's up, YouTube?
Hey, we need some Star Wars music.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, dude. I mean, this is like the second week of my vacation, but nobody believed I could actually take a vacation. They were right. I don't know.
It's true. You've been in every week so far.
And
multiple times.
Powering through. My wife, I told her next week for sure. All right, so big news. If you guys were following along, I imagine some people did if you're watching this one.
Yeah.
BRS and Bulk Resupply and Marine Depot merged together, man. And so
big news.
You know, I don't know. You know, it's bound to have a very interesting conversation attached to that. So I don't know. Let's fill in the news: the good, the bad, the ugly. Man, let's. Is there ugly? Like, are we forming like this big monopoly? We're gonna take over the world, man.
Prices increase, all that.
Who knows?
I mean, we're gonna talk about that.
You're gonna hear all the little details behind all this fun stuff, and you can make a your own decision. And I'll give you the backstory here, actually, for those who don't know. Probably nobody knows.
Yeah.
Actually, Marine Depot hit up Andrew and I think it was 2014 or 15, for the first time. They had a banker reach out to us and said, hey, you want to buy us? And I'm like, well, at that point we were smaller than them, and like, I don't know, could we have scrounged together the pennies to do it? Maybe, I have no idea, but I don't know. It wasn't interesting at the time because it would have bankrupted us probably. But that is the point. At 2014 or 15, somewhere in there, you're like, wow. And a lot of times those kind of points actually just create the opportunity in the future.
Yeah.
You know? And it did. We had this discussion again somewhere around like 2018 and 19. Didn't work again. But this time, man, the owner, Waylon Wong, is like, dude, Waylon Wong is selling this business. Are you guys interested? And we said, yeah, man. Yeah. Why not? And this is the reason why, for me, is every single business is the result of great people. You know, it's not a sign on the wall. It's not the walls itself. It's not anything. It's an awesome business is only a collection of awesome people. Yeah. I think at first it was introduced that like that book, Good to Great. It's like, great people do great things by nature, right? And so I don't know. And so I looked at it, you know, and I've always felt this way about Marine Depot. I mean, I used to shop there. They were my preferred.
Oh yeah, me too.
I started the reefing. So I got a couple of things here. I just wanted to jog my memory that I really loved about that business. Some they still do, and some maybe we'll bring back. One of these I know for sure we will. Yes. The first one I'm going to throw right on there. The catalog, dude. Raise your hand right now if you miss the Marine Depot catalog.
Like the actual, like the hard copy.
The print.
Yeah. That's a good bathroom reader, good coffee table reader.
I've been trying to convince our own team here to do a catalog for ages, and everybody thinks print is dead. And I gotta tell you that I spent the whole time, man, like looking. That's how I was introduced to like the first octopus controller. I didn't know what it did, but like I would have never scoured their site to find that.
I still do the same thing with like Cabela's and stuff too. I'm like, oh yeah, what's in that one? Oh yeah, I can do that with a Reef Gear book.
Share some information, get some cool articles in there. You know, partner with some good writers, and I don't know. I think that should come back. But that was one of the things we never did here, and they've always did really, really well.
Yeah, there's a lot of humble pie to eat here because we have got six or seven bullets of what Marine Depot's done even better. Now we can actually attempt to try to do that ourselves too and find out what their success was.
The people.
The people.
Better, right? Yeah, 100%. And so like, you know, I don't know. It's just I look at you know, one of the things they implemented there was the 3PL. I got to tell you, that is a super complex thing. We looked at it one time, and
this is the shipping locations. So the 3PL is I have a shipping location in Vegas, in Georgia, and somewhere else. And now, anytime you order, my stuff is that close.
Well, and the easiest way to I don't know if the easiest way, but one of the ways to do it is use a thing called 3PL, which is a third-party logistics, and so they don't actually, you know, own the facility or set it up. You know, you just kind of pay another service to ship stuff for you.
Shelves with your stuff on there.
But when you lose that control over like your brand and the stuff, then there's always these hiccups because nobody cares about what you do more than you. right?
Yeah.
And your own team. So I don't know, but like, you know what, man? They got to Georgia and Vegas and the areas around there pretty quick, you know.
Yeah.
So it's an inspiration. Written content. This is the thing. For those of you who know, actually Robert Farnsworth used to do video there, writes content for us now, and he's been doing it for a while, actually, a couple years.
Yeah, but the Marine Depot blog is this massive index of information and written content that works really, really well.
So I'd like to think that we do video and stuff here pretty good, but like we do written content terrible.
Zero.
Humble pie, right?
Yeah.
So bringing
0
those
to
people.
1, yeah.
I actually spent a lot of time talking. I think it was Scott who does the email over there.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like I always look at their emails and point them out to our team, like, why aren't we doing this? You know? And so the team over there is doing a lot of that. And it's because I think some of the elements of historically, they did a little bit of written better, a little bit of graphics better, they assembled it a little better in the emails.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man.
Catchy titles, catchy things. The calculator's a big one for me. Like that, we have a lot of Marine Depot calculator. Anytime you, so here's a test or experiment for you to do. Look up sand bed calculator or sand bed depth calculator for aquarium. Cool. Marine Depot's got it. And I go there to use it all the time.
Okay, when we were competitors, that irritated the hell out of me every time. Yeah, I don't know. But, you know, they do fun shirts. You know, our shirts say BRS TV on them. Theirs have really
8-bit
cool
Marine
things.
Depot, and there's all kinds of cool stuff. The
So,
Sriracha.
I don't know. So this is the reason when if people ask, like, oh, well, why would you incorporate these two things? It's like, because all those awesome people get to join our organization and hopefully make it even more awesome. So I doubt very many people are going to want to move to Minnesota from lovely LA or Orange County, but at the same time, like we've all been proven you can work from home for so long, they can bring awesome talents nationally at any time.
Yeah.
So that is a primary reason. So the other reason is like, well, why would you close it? Well, like like redirect the website. Well, dude, we have a facility here that ships, and we're looking to expand on even that, and we control our own destiny through that, and the quality controls of all of that. So the 3PL thing just like doesn't make any sense for us. And then once like you get down to that point, you know what? Having the exact same product line from two different websites, coming to the same people, answering the same phone, that just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So less about a name and more about bringing talent and people and doing really more amazing things as a combined entity together. All right, so this is the number one thing, right? That we like. I mean, I've been reading all the comments.
I know.
And stuff.
So both. I've been talking to Marine Depot social media people. You know, Amy, Kat, Steven. We've all been chatting together. Our guys, our social team here, and obviously just monitoring the comments and what's coming through. And some of the big ones that's coming through is monopoly pricing. Now they just bought out everything, and now they're gonna price gouge us out of the hobby.
Yeah, or like price gouge everybody. You're gonna like discover the world. First, I'll ask you, like, have you ever seen that behavior out of us before?
So I don't think we've ever done that,
but
nor will we.
Here's the proof in the pudding. There.
Okay.
All right. So for those of you who probably don't know, BRS is already 3 times as big as Marine Depot. So the only thing we're really doing here is going from a 4-layer or 3-layer cake to a 4-layer cake.
Just a little extra layer on top.
That fundamentally, man, nothing could possibly change from that.
Well, not only that, like, are we even big enough to steer or the whole entire hobby worldwide as a whole on
Wouldn't
pricing?
That be amazing if you had?
Definitely not. We are not that big.
No, I mean, there's thousands and thousands of stores out there. There's Petco, there's Chewy, Amazon. That is impossible, man.
We cannot steer an entire industry.
So you're worried about the evil empire. I don't know. As soon as bulk resupply buys Amazon and Chewy, man,
then be worried.
Dude, then it's over.
But that all happened.
Okay. And every store in the whole nation along with it.
So no, all right. No price gouging, none of that stuff.
However, there's a flip side.
There is a flip side.
Right. So if we're not big enough to do that, what are we big enough to do now?
These conversations, some of our best live streams in the stuff that Ryan and I have talked about is what we wish Reef Gear would do, what we wish manufacturers would make, what we wish this equipment could do for us. All of these innovations and innovative what's going to drive the hobby over the next 10 years, the next 20 years. How can we make that happen? And for the last 2 or 3 years, it's been you and me just saying, please do it, or enough of you guys comment, and maybe they'll make something, and maybe they'll do it. Well, now we start stepping into the ability to make those changes and drive those changes.
So it's twofold.
Yeah.
One, like our voice is just a little stronger. Like when we go and say, no, you know what the community would really love is a protein skimmer that out of the box maintains your pH proper in a window.
Done.
Has all the things on it, you just plug it in, right?
Who doesn't want it?
So now we have a position that all right, well, these guys say it, we'll make it. But even then, let's say they don't want to make it.
I mean, there's fears, like, is it going to sell, or what does it cost, manufacturing costs? And there's fears of, like, going down a new product path.
All right, so what if Neptune thinks like the Elmo just isn't going to sell, which is just a monitor only. It will tell you when things fail in real time. You can get an email, whatever. Maybe they don't think that thing is going to sell, so they're not going to make it. Well, you know what, man, at the size that we're at now, in level investment, you can say, you know what, I will eliminate all of the risk. I will pay up front for 20,000 units, and you don't have to take any risks. I believe in this enough for the rest of the community. They should have an affordable monitor out there, because the difference between 2-year success and 5-year success is so much on when did a piece of life support fail, how fast do I know about it, and when can I go change it manually. I don't need necessarily every last trick in the book to go like redundancy. Redundancy is me, right? I just need to know, man.
But now we're in a position where we've talked about bringing back the Elmo. We've talked about bringing back new skimmer designs. Now we can actually go, all right, guys, like, we believe in this so much, just like you said. We'll fund it, go make it, and we believe that the people, that the reefers need this. They need it.
So we're going to get to, like, in just 10 seconds here, like, what I think you should expect to see out of us in the next years, whatever, out of this combination and other stuff. But here's one of the things. Everybody's fearful of, like, when the industry starts to collide with itself, right?
Yeah, of course.
Like, will it explode? Will it ruin innovation? Will it make pricing go up? Will it do all of these terrible things? And sometimes it does, straight up.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely,
Other times, in small fledgling industries that don't have big budgets or ability to innovate, sometimes when these things come together, they create something more innovative and powerful than ever before. Meaning better products, being often cheaper products at volume.
Higher standards.
All of a sudden, you know what? You couldn't really get a UL on a light before because nobody sold enough of these things. Well, you know what? Now you can actually get first state redundancy or fail first one level of that. You can do all these different things, man, that you just couldn't do before. Are now a reality. Safer, better, all these things.
Which equates to safer, more success for the hobbyists that are getting this equipment in the future.
All right, so at this point, you guys can bet whatever way you want. It could be Evil Empire.
Are we evil?
Or could it be the Force driving towards something better for everybody? Let you guys decide. But this is what I think
future. What does the future hold?
I think this is what you're going to see from Marine Depot.
Short term and long term, right?
Mostly, actually, both together.
A little bit of both.
So what you're going to see as the outcome of when the two teams merge, the two talents come together, and we start doing things better than ever on both sides as one entity, I think you're actually going to see faster shipping than both of us provided individually.
Well, you think about now the amount of just think of the California customers or the coast to coastal customers that we reach in about 3 days, and Marine Depot can reach in like a day to 2 days.
Well, actually what it is both of us hit the entire nation in about 3 days.
In 3 days, yeah.
Right? There's a little clusters right around Georgia and LA that are like 1 to 2 days, right? So those ones will add like a day onto it. They'll go from 2 to 3, whatever, so temporarily.
Right. But down the road, we already are at max capacity in this facility. We already know we have to expand shipping, which inherently means brokering new deals, getting faster shipping, maybe figuring out where we can maybe house some gear and ship it out. Not the 3PL, but some way to get it to you guys fast. this will eventually drive faster shipping, faster than what we've ever had.
You know, this is actually interesting because there's like limited resources. We're going to get like a bunch of resources. Like we'll no longer have 2 pay-per-click budgets. It'll be 1.
Yeah.
So
that frees
I
up
guess
budget.
you could go pocket it, or you could do innovative things. Let's make it faster. Let's do other things. So I'm curious in the end. Like everybody wants faster shipping. Everybody wants a lot of things. But like, if there was $500,000 to be spent on faster shipping, or there's $500,000 to be spent on doing more BRS TV investigates on, you know, both the equipment as well as the strategies and, you know, what different levels do, lights do, all those other stuff.
The BRS gallery of tanks.
What would you rather have us spend the $500,000 on?
Your house or fish tanks?
Shave off a day of shipping, or change the way we do something. I obviously like the second one, but I would like to try it for both.
I like both.
But we will do things based on your guys' feedback, specifically this video, man. If there's ever a time to provide more feedback, this is the one, because we're definitely listening. Like the whole company is listening. You know, both teams, you know. So, and I'm going to stop calling them both teams here in just a second, because it's now one team.
One team.
Right?
One team.
All right, so.
I like this next one.
You go ahead, hit it.
What we're going to see in the future, and we already hit on it, but this one really excites me because cool new products, old and new. So cool new products in that we can innovate, we can drive innovation and things like that. Old products meaning so I think one of the biggest questions that I've seen that me and the social teams have seen across the board is, will you carry my favorite product? Will you carry X? Will you carry X? And the answer is, we didn't know what those popular products were before for Marine Depot. Like, what are the top sellers at Marine Depot? What are the most popular? Are API test kits the most popular? Aquamax, for sure, we're bringing in because that's a very popular one. But we get the opportunity now to go look at what was the most popular at Marine Depot and decide to bring it in-house so that way we don't shut out everybody for the products that they love the most.
This would be really interesting, actually, because in here we've always had the DNA of I don't care whether or not people are willing to buy it.
It's what we
are
use.
Unwilling to give garbage to people.
Yeah.
Like, if pile up money as high as the sky, we won't take it if we don't believe in the thing.
Right.
So sometimes, man, we're just on the wrong side of that equation.
That's true.
Right? Like maybe this thing actually provides more value than we had thought. Like API test kits is a really good example, right? I would use it.
I used them. I wouldn't use it now, but I've used them before. I saw
entry
the
level.
Yeah.
I bought that like Red Sea thing from 8 million years ago. The Red Sea test kits you see today are not the ones we saw 17 years ago. And it was no different than that API one. It was like a big kit that has a ton of stuff in it. I don't know. That's what I bought when it was future. I would say I wasn't super happy with it, but ultimately I like the Red Sea ones today were much better, but they are more expensive.
Yeah.
You know? And, you know, in that spirit, dude, like, yeah, I just think that you're just going to see us see that we're going to need some crow. Like, you know what, API test kits were great. I'm definitely going to bring in the Aquamax line. That was unique to them. So they had the
very
rights
popular.
to that one. So
actually, a lot of the hobbyists here in the office are really excited about Aquamax too. Like Adam and Nick and Jason, they're all excited about Aquamax. They're like, yes, finally.
You know, the first time I saw that skimmer with all the little, you know, tube volutes in it or whatever, man, that's pretty cool looking. I mean, I don't know how it performs yet. I can't wait to see. But man, that looks pretty neat. So you're going to see definitely that stuff. I already kind of hinted on this, dude. I'm going to personally push this one over the edge.
At least get a couple issues
you know
out
what?
there.
This one here, I need your guys' support on it, right? So if you care about this at all, right, I want to push the print catalog over the edge, right?
The JCPenney catalog.
Yeah, I want a catalog that has, you know what it was? I was actually thinking about doing a video series that kind of explains all the basics of every last thing.
Chapter book type deal?
Yeah, and I was kind of going through it and like a grouping of essential, kind of like desirable but not essential, and then oddballs.
Yeah.
Right? And like, I thought you and I could go through it pretty quick. We're like, oh, here's a protein skimmer, pulls out poop, uses bubbles, done,
Yeah,
right?
done.
And so you get a high level overview. And at the end of this, I'm like, man, there's like 60, 70 of these categories. How the hell would you, like in the beginning, know what an auto top off even is? That it exists in the planet, you know? And so like with a print catalog, it gives a really relaxing. I can sit outside. I can sit on my sofa. I can sit, sit anywhere.
I'm not tied to my phone, and people think I'm ignoring them because I'm watching videos and whatnot. I can read it at my leisure. I can read it on the lake. I can, I can just soak up some knowledge with a catalog.
Yeah, I don't know.
I like the idea.
I love the idea. So if you guys think the catalog was cool back in the day, and you'd like to see it come back, I need your support, man. Say it in the comments, because I'm gonna push that thing over the edge. And the next one, man, this one will be funny, kind of funny.
That's a big one too. Pricing. Another big one that was all over social media, all over the responses was, okay, this just means that they're higher prices, price gouging. They own the whole thing now, monopoly, and there's going to be price increases, and it's just not true.
The whole thing again is not true, man. We went from 3-layer cake to 4-layer cake.
We can't
nothing compared to all
prices.
the fish stores in the nation and Amazon and Petco.
No, I mean, there's natural inflation changes to prices and things like that, but we've done that, and at Marine Depot, all of us have done that over the years.
So I actually wrote down here, you can see pricing is the same, because that's actually not true, because everybody I'm talking to is saying the pricing is going to go up rapidly
Across
soon.
the board?
Yeah, it's because a shipping container went from $7,000 to $23,000.
Yeah.
It has gone like
Microchips
fuel,
and
microchips.
plastic.
So many conversations about the chips that go into all these products went from 40 cents to $14 each.
That's a...
Yeah, so it's not unique to reefing. You're going to see it everywhere. In fact, actually, if you're gonna buy something expensive, man, probably now's the time.
Buy expensive stuff now.
Yeah, so I'd say pricing is the same. You're not gonna see any pressure because you don't have the ability to do that.
Right.
Other than one area. BRS made gear. So the pharmaceutical grade products, man, that we bring to you guys, that is a tiny fraction of what it would be anywhere else.
Yeah,
higher quality, more, better,
units.
less.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff. So I have to imagine you're gonna see an investment in more and more BRS related stuff. You know, the Aquamax skill set over at MD, they'll help us apply it. We'll take those ideas, we'll put them together, maybe under the Aquamax brand, maybe under the BRS brand, who knows? But like, we're gonna see more of those things, and those things skip all those layers of distribution, so
Straight
they
from us.
end up being just cheaper by default.
Yeah, the heaters,
So,
things like that.
You might actually see the natural trend of society of pricing going up, but a lot of things may stay the same or go down.
It'll be across the board.
I don't know. It will be interesting to see, but definitely not what everybody's thinking. More, actually, videos you will see. Not just better videos or more of them, but cooler things, the build series, the investigate, and stuff.
galleries,
You're going to see this. You know why you're going to see it?
Because we can put resources into it.
Yeah, I mean, when I was talking to the BRS team on, I think it was Tuesday morning, I was like, yeah, so like, you know, what happens with the redundancies and stuff? And I'm like, dude, like the need for 2 pay-per-click campaigns that compete with each other just go away, right? And again, you can pocket that money, or you could go do cool things that actually are more valuable to the industry and the company at the same time. And the intersection of those things is where the real win is, right?
Yeah.
And so instantly I thought of that video we did, live we did a few weeks ago, of like, can you emulate that like gallery of tanks, the cuttlefish tank, the seahorse tank, the pipefish tank, the clam tank, the look down tank, the aggressive tank, the, you know,
just
angels
I think there was
and eels.
20 some tanks or 20 some
It was like
plus
50,
tanks.
man.
Yeah.
Ideas, like so many.
Gallery of tanks.
You know, can we pocket all the extra pay-per-click? I mean, the snoriest, boringest thing you could ever do. No, man, you can take that and invest in new things that like make the hobby more fun, gives information on actually how to do it.
Learn some
things. And just do cool new things. Like I gotta be honest, man. Like how many people have done an LPS tank? How many done an SPS tank? How many done a cuttlefish tank or bred the cuttlefish? Ooh. You know,
it's happening in overseas right now, but to bring that here and learn about it.
Who's done a look down clam tank before? Because once you see one, you'll say that is the coolest thing I've ever seen. So I don't know, man. I think you're going to see more of that stuff. I know that already, like. We've already invested in a ton of tanks in the back for these flow experiments that we're going to start doing. You know, you think of a power head as like pumps water, but dude, every day we're learning more. A power head may be, you know, a little stream of water, or it may do this, and they have totally different uses. And once you can visualize it and we start patching data to it, getting the right tool for the right job goes infinitely easier.
Oh yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Next one.
What else are we going to see? Investigates the written. More value. Oh, is it written? written that goes even further. This was the big one, like the Marine Depot blog. And I don't know how many times I've searched, searching for something like how do I tune my protein skimmer, or how do I do this, or really basic type simple search terms. And one of the first ones that pop up, the Marine Depot blog, with a blog written exactly about that, with pictures, with the whole nine. Something that Robert is really working on our site right now, and porting over the Marine Depot blog too. Valuable.
This is an area, man, we just have never done
Just
well
don't
on,
write things,
right?
yeah.
And I gotta be honest, it's actually kind of funny because in many cases I prefer written myself.
Oh yeah, to read, yeah.
Because you can scan written so easy,
yeah,
right?
True.
And so like, if I have a 20-minute video, I have to like kind of jump around or skip or try to figure out where it is in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But with a written article on how to do something, I can often scan
keywords.
to the right moment I need it, right?
Yep.
And it's not that one is better than the other. They're better at different things. Now we can be awesome at both.
Oh yeah.
Right? And so that is a really cool gear, a thing I think you would expect in the future. This one's actually really timely too. Related to that is actually the valuable emails too. I don't know about you guys who gets emails from both of us. I'd like to think my team's evolving in this
They're
thing.
doing pretty good.
But we send a lot of emails, and sometimes Marine Depot's is a little bit more targeted and poignant to the specific thing. And so I know our team is really trying to, we call it batch and blast. Like, here's the sale, send it to everybody. Like, no, like, let's start thinking about how do you hit people with valuable information.
Yeah.
And like, not just like, okay, yeah, so you looked at a protein skimmer, let's send you information about protein skimmer, blah, 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 right, great. That stuff is actually helpful in many cases if I'm thinking about, making a big purchase. The most information I can get about it is great. But you know what? What if I bought, a Vortec pump or a Radion light, and then 3 days after I got it, I got an email on how to set it up.
Setup video.
Yeah.
Top 10 tips.
Here's how to avoid all the mistakes that everybody
mistakes.
makes with this.
Yeah.
Let's do it successfully.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually pretty valuable email.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I think that you're going to see more and more of that stuff. But this is relation to today and what you've been doing.
Better promos and deals. So when we were 20th of the company size that we are now, there's no way we could ever throw together a $300,000 mystery event on top of 5,000 in wish list giveaways every single day, on top of 20 grand on the Friday beforehand. Like these types of big events, they've been building up. One of our very first ones that felt really big that we broke the internet on was the $20,000 Dream Tank giveaway. And we thought that was huge. And now this week we're at $300,000 mystery rewards event giveaway. So opening up the opportunity for us to get bigger promotions, better promotions. Almost every single step, we've not even gone backwards. Like, this is smaller than what we've done before. I think every time you and I announce a sale or a promo or a giveaway or something, it's the biggest we've ever done.
It's so true.
And then just watch, next one later on this year probably, biggest even ever that we ever done.
I know. It feels goofy saying it at this point because it's true. Like it's just building. Yeah. And if you've been following along with it, you can see the progress of the whole thing.
20 grand, 100 grand, 200 grand,
Here's
300
a
grand.
free auto feeder 8 years ago. But yeah, like the goal is to keep it fun.
Yeah.
I mean,
better deals because we can make better deals with vendors. Better promotions because we can get more buy-in from vendors. Like I would have never dreamed that to see Kessel, Ecotech, Neptune, Red Sea, like these Tropic Mare and Seache, these big brands, put 10 times rewards points on. That's essentially 10% off of their stuff.
That's actually a good evidence of the size actually, because at this time I was like, well, I guess I'll call them up and see what anybody wants
what
to take
can I
part.
get?
And the first person I called, I'm like, so what do you think we could do here, and like help give back to the community here that you'd like to do? And he's like, I don't know, how about like 10,000?
Yep. Whoa.
Oh, man, I wasn't going to
ask that much, but now
that you open your mouth there, you can't come back.
I was thinking too. But yeah, we're in the opportunity where now, with this and growing so much, we can make better deals for the community. I think it's exciting.
I think they're fun. I got to tell you, my favorite though of all time was F COVID, Right?
That was a good one.
Like these promotions where, some of it is about, you're like going to make a sale, you get some stuff, whatever. Sometimes it's just like thank you community stuff, right? Like
Just
after
give
COVID,
stuff
it was
away.
like add a bunch of shit to your wish list. I shouldn't have said that. But add a bunch of stuff to your wish list and, we're going to give it away.
Yeah.
Does it make financial sense? I don't know. Is it the right thing to do? Feels like it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Right time, right thing. I don't know. So definitely you're going to see, I think, the best way you could write this is actually you're going to see Randy and Ray continue to say this.
This is the biggest. This is the biggest best we've ever done.
This is what actually I'm really excited about because I've always been a little bit jealous of Marine Depot's t-shirts.
Yeah.
Right? They're really kind of clever in the right way and poignant. In fact, when I was walking through the halls, I saw all of the shirts in frames on the walls, and I'm like, oh, dude, I love all these things. We got to bring these things back to life.
Yeah.
And then use that cleverness that's inside that DNA, and let's make more, man.
Yeah.
Let's do cool stuff with that. So.
Another one that's all over the social media. This is what you're going to see too. Better, more calculators. The biggest one that I've always ever used again was the sand bed calculator that's on Marine Depot. That was my go-to for sand bed calculations. Well, if you've been hiding under a rock for the last couple weeks, we have a BRS calculator app. It's on Android, it's on iOS. And now I can start to see some of those favorite calculators from Marine Depot that you guys are using. Why not put it on our app? They've already done the work for us. We just poured it right on over to our app, done. I
think of Jay Deek's calculator, two-part calculator. I think of Hamza's Reef's calculator. It's 8 million things in there. Yeah. But actually, this is timely because a couple of weeks ago, I started working on a sheet that goes through every major category of thing that you do within reefing, from cycling the tank to salt, sand, whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm writing down calculator ideas. Here's the thing that I would actually like to know. I look at my tank and I want to know, this morning I was filling up the saltwater bin in my house and how much salt to add. I want to get to 175 gallons, but it's only at 26 per PPT. How much tropic marine salt, by weight or volume do I need to get there, instead of just guessing and coming back and checking over and over and just
just know with confidence.
Yeah, so I'm going down all these categories, how could we make these things easier in a manner that man, life just got better the moment I touched this thing. So I think you see, MD's already got them. I've already told the team here, you got to prioritize bringing that page over so that those tools exist as we work on next ones as well.
Yeah. I'll take this next one too, so you can get the last one. But even better preferred reefer program. I've seen the preferred reefer. I've been a preferred reefer for years before I worked here, and it's been nothing but continually moving. There was group buys and things like that. And then there's preferred reefer program and getting 10 times rewards, and then all these perks that you're continually getting. This entire event this week only for preferred reefers. And that's just part of being a preferred reefer. So we can see the preferred reefer program expand too. Take some of what Marine Depot was doing for their rewards members. Maybe adopt some of that stuff that was working really well for them, and expand our own preferred reefer program.
I think there's all kinds of things in there. There's different shipping methods, maybe as a part of preferred reefer plus or something that you get at. You only get UPS, you don't get SurePost. Who knows? I think there's ways to expand that. But here's the piece that I'm most excited about, right? And this is the part that I think most people probably miss, whether, if you're a vendor watching this or a reefer or whoever. Wholesaler, you're missing this piece. And we don't really talk about this stuff a lot, but you've seen a little bit of it riddled throughout. But I'm just going to share that BRS growth strategy has never, ever, ever been about whatever any of our competitors are doing. Couldn't care less.
Yeah.
Let them go do their thing. We're going to do our thing. And to be frank, from the time that Marine Depot hit us up in 2014 to now, they're about the same size as they ever were. All of our growth has no effect on them. Where we get ours from is that we help people be successful longer.
Yeah.
Right? And we've always been focusing on
want
that.
you to
so
be successful.
what we found recently is about half the people only make it the first year, which is way better than the industry's average of about 85% to 90% dropping out in the first year. And at first glance, like 50, but you know what? If you think about any hobby, whether it be reefing or home brewing or a radio control car, like you do it for a year and you decide, is this for me? And half coming out the other side and saying, this is for me, is pretty high.
That was me. I did brewing that way.
The cool thing about the half, though, is we found out that a vast majority of the people that make it 2 make it 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we haven't actually found the point at which they fall off. Man, if you make it 2 and you have the skills to do it, you have 10. And this is where our growth has always been, is we just help people succeed at their goals.
Yeah.
Like if you succeed and you're successful at this thing and anything we did was helpful to you in any fashion, hopefully you buy stuff from us when you need it. And we don't have to find 85% new customers every year because we're helping people achieve the dreams that they wanted.
Yeah, that's always been the goal.
All right, so this is my future though, is what I would really like to see is let's grow the entire thing.
More people in the hobby is better for everyone across the board.
It means more innovation, it means more investment, it means more awesome people part of the community, it means more people buying. Like even like stuff that we don't even sell, more people in the community is better for everyone.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so the ways that I think about that, and this industry's never had that, like basically just kind of sit around and hope people get interested in reefing.
Yeah, exactly.
Make it through that gauntlet of information.
Let's be proactive about bringing people into our hobby.
Yeah, so let's find people that were interested and show them awesome tanks on YouTube.
You can do this. Look, this is what you can do. Isn't this cool?
This is what's
awesome
possible. The 50 tanks of cuttlefish and seahorses we set up, and let's show these things out to the universe.
Here's how you do it.
Let's take this thing from kind of an obscure hobby and something that so many other people we can share together, and it will show itself in all kinds of things. Like, you might be saying like, I don't know, is the drone really help me? Absolutely, because all the investments and all of the products that you use will all get better. They'll all get safer. They'll all everything gets refined so much better when there's finances to report it.
More foot traffic into LFSs because more people are interested. More places for wholesale accounts to get products and push them out to people. Just better across the board, regardless of where you sit.
Okay, this is the part that actually excites my soul, right? Is that the first question I had was, well, I mean, what if the industry tripled and all the fish stores in the nation are more successful than ever, all of that, all of the vendors and everybody's having a great time. Is there enough fishing coral to support that? And the answer is I don't think there is, right? Which is exciting because I know behind the scenes a lot of these livestock entities, and they're building out these aquaculture facilities.
Breeding, aquaculture, the whole nine.
But there just isn't the financial support to make the full commitment and scale it at the rate that it needs to. But if a bunch of people come into the hobby, it will give them the resource they need to build this out and change the trajectory of the hobby forever. That so much, there'll always be some cool things that we get out of the wild, but you know what? There's all this other stuff that is farmed, and when I say farmed, I mean not just has a greener effect in the world. I mean pest-free, are already used to and accustomed to artificial water flow lighting, has higher survivability, has higher retention of its natural color, and is just a way, way better pet to bring in your house. It has way higher success rates.
Right.
That, I think, is what a lot of this will fuel.
Bringing more people in can drive that. And we could be less dependent on oceans and things like that.
I don't know. So I think we painted a pretty good picture of the future, but there's one piece that's hanging out here.
Okay.
Right? and so, within all of the other questions is who's next?
Who's next? I've seen a couple of those.
Keep growing. Is it this company or that company?
Yep.
And we thrive on transparency. So here's the answer to that. If there are other teams that do awesome stuff and they could come do even more awesome stuff here with the resources and make more awesome stuff for you guys in the community, we can do it better than ever, and they come to us and say, hey, we're for sale, expect us to bid.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Yeah, why not?
And I would hope that actually all of you, after hearing that message, would say, please, because I'm not sure that anybody else that buys that thing would actually do what you're talking
about it, yeah.
Because a lot of them were like, oh, how do we cut the corners? How do we make this thing cheaper? How do we
get money out of it?
No, like our goal, man. And I hope that this actually isn't just words we're saying, because it's you can see it in our behavior over a decade.
Yeah, I don't.
Our goal is make this thing help people achieve their dreams and have higher success rates.
It has been since the beginning.
All right.
Nonstop.
So I'd love to know
everything.
Everybody believes that. But, well, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to call out a couple donations here before we leave out of here. But
thank you.
$4.99 from Rogue Aquariums. Appreciate it. $5 from Mitso Level. It says, would you guys ever open a freshwater division? I don't know.
It's not my heart and soul. So it'd be really hard for me to do anything that I wasn't really passionate about.
Yep.
So if we found somebody else that was super duper passionate about freshwater and they want to go do their own side of it,
help 'em?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Why not? It probably won't see it from me.
Fishing and Gear Outdoor Enthusiast gave up $10. Says, hey guys.
Thank you.
And David L. $4.99 for the potty mouth jar.
Oh no. Why this one?
Of all the live streams.
All right, well, I gotta go try to get back to my family
vacation.
and vacation. We're doing water balloons in the backyard. It's 90 degrees, so
That's nice. I'm gonna go back and continue helping with the sale.
There's a sale.
Mystery rewards event, because every single one of those preferred reefer orders is getting a card in it.
Yeah, I don't know where they are.
Apparently, I flashed a $100 thing on my live stream the other day.
Oh, it was a legit one?
Yeah, somebody used it by 7 o'clock that night.
Oh, smart.
Good for you.
All right, so yeah, actually, it's Thursday today.
It's Thursday today. Tomorrow's the last day.
Thursday and tomorrow, all the preferred reefers, you got to be a preferred reefer, orders will get anywhere from $10 to $500. This is actually the cool one. I don't know if we really hit on it, actually.
Yeah.
So one of the complaints in the past was always like, well, only so many people win or whatever.
I placed 4 orders and I didn't even get one.
Okay, well now this time you'll get $40.
You'll end up with one in every single box.
You won by default, right? It's not even really winning. We're just giving back rewards to the people that support the business and all of us. And actually, there's another giveaway tonight.
Oh,
in just a couple hours.
He leaked it. Yes,
it's a big one too, isn't it?
5 o'clock tonight.
Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, it's for the promotion. So hopefully you support us. Actually, I don't know if you are a part of the Marine Depot emails. I think they're sending out coupon codes.
There's a coupon code out there
Maybe
too.
If you're a BRS fan, you should go sign up for Marine Depot. Because we're a team together. You're going to see them together now. We come together. Yep. I can't wait.
It's exciting, guys.
Welcome everyone at Marine Depot to the BRS family. Very excited about the future. And I probably won't be here next week, so I don't know what you'll do. But I'll probably be here the week after that.
We'll talk about something.
Yeah. All right.
All right, guys.
See you guys.